Well, hey everybody, I'm John Rethlin with my review of AEW Dark from Nashville. 2 out of the 3 matches are pretty good. One went on a little bit too long, and I'll get into other criticisms here in a little bit. I am enjoying the Dark format overall, which sounds like the Dark Order creating a font for a Microsoft Word program, but anyway, I digress. That would actually be more interesting than anything the Dark Order has done, besides remind many people, well, at least myself and a few others that get the joke, of the cultist from Final Sacrifice at MST3K episode. If you know, you know. But my dislike of the Dark Order aside, we had Tony Schiavone and Dasha comment on, all the stuff going on with the card and running down, doing recaps and everything throughout the show. I really like their chemistry. I like that Schiavone looks fired up. And Dasha, I think, very underappreciated. Was made into just being monotonous on WWE TV. It's nice to see her more open and energetic and everything on AEW programming, and they have a good dynamic here. We have Excalibur, and it should have just been Excalibur on commentary because Dustin Rhodes, who is a legend, has been in WWE, WCW, back in WWE. He was in Impact for a while. He's in WWE, and during different spells, and has wrestled all over the world. He's been in wrestling since 89, 90. He has done it all. And now he's in AEW. He had one of the best matches of the year against Cody, at least my personal opinion. Dustin Rhodes was on commentary and he was fucking awful. He was goddamn fucking awful. And he has a wealth of knowledge to pass down to people. I don't know if he was asleep. I don't know if he just didn't give a shit. I don't know what the deal was, but he just didn't care. And he wasn't speaking very loud at times. Sometimes he was just he wasn't like Alex Marvez and whispering a whole lot, but it's just like Dustin didn't seem to give a shit. You might as well just had Excalibur pull a Joey Styles and commentate this whole thing himself. I mean, I get it. It is what it is. Who knows? Maybe it was Dustin's mic, but he just didn't seem to give a shit. He was repeating a whole lot of stuff. And just repeating a lot of stuff that Excalibur said. Why was Dustin there? Besides, we need a guest commentator. Hey, Dustin, go out and do that. I don't want to. Well, go out there and act like you want to. But anyway, we have Private Party versus the Best Friends with Orange Cassidy. We have one good Cassidy, and then we have Orange Cassidy. I have made it clear in the past I do not really care for the Orange Cassidy gimmick. As a person, don't know the guy as a person. He did a couple comedy spots here. It was what it was. I don't care. I'm gonna brush that up because you know what? There's vastly more important things to talk about, not just in wrestling, but in life in general. And unless Cassidy starts doing some stuff that's really going to offend me, I don't really see the point in saying anything other than I don't really care for the gimmick. But I know a lot of people do, and guys, if you're watching this and you like Orange Cassidy's gimmick, that's fine. That's cool. You guys are absolutely awesome. You really are. Because one, you're watching my program, and I mean, in all seriousness, you guys have your opinions, you share them, you and I have some really good discussions, and just thank you guys, by the way, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. That being said, still don't like Orange Cassidy, but anyway, the match was what it was. It did drag on a little bit long. You could have cut 5 minutes off of this and it would have been fine. Mark Quinn finally gets tagged after Isaiah Cassidy, that is, gets beat up a whole bunch. Quinn does some nice dives. Huge pop for the hug. And even though it looked like, oh, wait, Private Party, who's facing Proud and Powerful tomorrow, well, later today on AEW Dynamite, they lose to the Best Friends after Strong Zero. Okay. I mean, I'm not totally sure why, but it is what it is. I don't think the Best Friends really need this. You could have Chuck Taylor take the pin because Beretta's the only one that really seems like a star. They're a good team, but if you put, Trent, I'm going to call him Beretta because that's what I got used to calling him, but he could be a star, a single star. I don't know. The match, again, went on a little bit too long. We then get, two women that I haven't seen as much of. I've seen enough of Big Swole, but we get Chris Statlander. And I've not heard of her. I try to pay as much attention to the indies as I can. I had not heard of her. By the end of this, I was a fan. They both took on Britt Baker and Riho. The AEW Women's Champion is on Dark. Not on Dynamite, but on Dark. AEW needs to address the stuff with their women's division. I did do a rant about the AEW Women's Division, the state of it and everything, and you can check that out on the channel if I forget to put a link up here. But the match was good. Aubrey was there. There was some really good... I really did enjoy this. I did enjoy this match. This is where things picked up a little bit. Yes, maybe this match went on a little bit long, but if I'm going to complain about the women not getting a lot of time on Dynamite, I can't really complain when they get a long tag match and they get a chance to build some possible feuds and everything. Britt versus Riho at some point because they were an unlikely team. Big Swole gained a chance to be signed, hopefully. And one thing, shockingly, Britt Baker's a dentist. Now, if only commentary would let us know this a little more than 1 million times a match. In all seriousness, great on Britt Baker. I think she's a bit more than a dentist. They probably focus on something else. And hey, thank God we didn't have JR here to remind us that Riho is 98 pounds. Very good action. Sign Chris Statlander immediately. If they have not signed her, sign her. I was impressed. I was very impressed with her here. She has a good look. She has good size. She has some really good agility, some great strength. What little bit I was able to see here and the chances she got to shine, sign her immediately. I was very impressed here for what that's worth. I don't know if my opinion is worth much of anything, but it was what it was. Swole does come in, hits a nice, running flatliner. That was some good stuff. There was a nice Oklahoma roll spot where Chris tried to like tire Britt out and everything and then tried to pin her. But in the end, the lockjaw gets locked on, and Chris Statlander taps out, so Britt Baker gets the victory. Cool. Okay, good stuff. I liked it. We have an undesirable to undeniable little bit of an interview piece with Justin Roberts. Justin Roberts felt his lowest when WWE let him go. He stayed busy, apparently toured with the band Tool. I didn't know that, but good for him. And he's now working in AEW. And I think Justin Roberts at times grunts a little bit too much when he does his ring announcing, but it works for him. I think he's a good ring announcer, and he brings a lot of energy to it. So, and this is a good little interview piece. We then get Strong Hearts, which is T-Hawk and Lindemann versus the Young Bucks. I am not the biggest fan of the Young Bucks, as you guys know. This was a lot of flippy shit, but it was good flippy shit, and there was some good stuff. T-Hawk really does have some nice chops and some great strength. I like these. The Strong Hearts got featured here. Shima obviously was not there. It was more flippy shit. The Strong Hearts, they gave a chance to shine. That was good. And in the end, Meltzer Driver pins Lindemann for the 1-2-3. So not a bad show overall. This match didn't overstay its welcome. It was 8-9 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. I think it was actually more like 8. But it was fine. If they just go to 4 matches for Dark and just have it to where the matches are like 10, 11 minutes at the most, I think they might actually have a perfect format here, because none of these matches need to be like, as long as Private Party and the Best Friends was. Overall, I'm going to say B-. I enjoyed the last 2 tag matches quite a bit. Dustin's commentary did bring it down quite a bit. I almost went C+, but I thought, the women did pretty well. Statlander impressed me. And, Strong Hearts versus the Young Bucks was good for what it was. But anyway, so yeah, B-. If I forget to put a poll up there, please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin, and I'll see you soon.